Hi everybody, my name's Jan Alexander. I am a volunteer here at St. Mark's and also have taught some art classes. I taught late winter, early spring, and due to coronavirus, we had to quit all this. So it's my opportunity today to get back together and try to teach you some things that we didn't get done earlier. So what we're going to do today is do a little painting with acrylic. And we're going to start on a very small canvas, and the reason for that is a couple reasons. Number one, it's small. Number two, it doesn't take a long time to finish. And number three, it's just faster for me to teach and you to understand how things are done. So, what we're going to do first, we're going to paint this picture. Basically, it's not going to look exactly like this picture, because it's handmade, it's homemade. If we wanted it exactly like this picture, we'd take a print. So first of all, the most important thing is to get your background done. So in order to do the background, you have to do the sky first, and then whatever you use in the sky, use down here with the sky color, and that means the reflection in this pond. So the color that I'm using for the sky today is called winter blue, and the reason for that is it's not brilliant sky blue, and I didn't use brilliant sky blue because I wanted the clouds to stick out a little more. They're quite dramatic. This is actually a sunrise down by the lighthouse, and this is the colors of the clouds. And with a darker background, it makes everything stick out, including the lighthouse. So, the first thing you do is you use a 2-inch brush. And make sure that it's a pretty good brush. This is an Artist Loft. And I love Artist Loft brushes because they don't lose their hairs. So this is a 2-inch brush. And what we'll do is we'll start here and we'll just paint over this little canvas. And you can see where I put paint in where the water will someday be. And what I'm doing is I'm showing you how to blend your colors. This color's already blended, but later on, when I start doing skies, I'm going to have to show you really how to blend. Actually, this winter blue is a mixture of the blue bonnet, white, black, and yes, believe it, this green. Mix that all together, and you get winter blue. If you notice, I'm coming down about 2/3 of the way down. I want to make sure that the canvas is covered completely and all the little threads are covered. After this process, you'll want to let it dry. As I'm just basically getting this tape out, because even though I'm an artist, sometimes it's hard to draw a straight line. So what I'm doing is I am putting this down here, about right here, maybe a little lower. And this is our dividing point. This will be my dividing point between, you see, the sky and the water. So in order to achieve that, you notice here the sky's lighter, the water's darker. Here the sky is about the same as the water, so let's make the water a little lighter. Just a contrast so that you can see the difference between the sky and the water on the horizon. Once again, you can grab your little brush. You can see, let's put a little more white in there. You really don't need to do much either. In fact, this brush might be overkill. I think I'm going to use a smaller brush and a little bit more white, yeah. Now once that gets dry, you'll be able to see the difference in the sky and the water. And then, as you can see, there's going to be shrubbery and grasses, salt marsh in the foreground. So it's just a tiny little line. There. See, now you can see the difference where the water leaves off and the sky starts. So then our next thing to do is we're going to start introducing our clouds. I love clouds. Clouds, besides the earth that this refuge sits on, the clouds are what brings me here. Every morning, no matter what time of year it is, it's just a different sky every morning, and it's just so awe-inspiring. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with the white. And we'll do the white, and then we'll add the color over the white. The color represents the sun. Now, basically, if this was morning, and it is, the sun is coming in from the east direction. And that's why you see the skies lit up with the morning colors, and also the sun on the lighthouse. So the lighthouse isn't pure white. It's got that warm tone too. Okay, blending is probably one of the most important things that you could do for a painting, especially if you're doing clouds, water, landscapes. So in order to do that, you need a good brush. Like I said before, this is an Artist Loft. This is a very good brush. It's a really nice bounce back bristle that will go in a motion that you want it to go in without collapsing. Some brushes are not as hardy as these, and they will collapse. So what you do is you just add a little tiny bit of white, just a dab. And like I started up here, let's start, generally when you do a sky, you start lower and you work your way up. So I'm going to start here. And you see how I'm just putting these little dots in? Dry brush, dry canvas. No water. No water. And you just go in a circular motion. And you notice as I go along, my clouds get thinner and thinner looking. So you can go ahead and you take them way out and way up as far as you want them to go. I started out with, a plenty of paint, but I feathered it out to the point to where they look like fluffy clouds. Well, so let's do another one. Let's go here. And you notice I'm going at this time in a clockwise motion. I need a little more white. So let's get some more white in there. And let's really take it up. Let's take it up, 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 up. And keep swirling it, swirl it down, around, up, 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 up. Now, you can't do this in a matter of a minute, even though you think you could. It takes a while, and it takes a lot of patience. So this probably is the longest step that you'll be doing, just making your clouds, but the clouds make the picture, especially in a landscape painting like this is. Okay, you notice down in this area, it's a little darker, so let's just kind of... Another thing to remember is do not let your I should say, not do not. Please let your brush do the work. If you start pushing down on it, then you'll notice that some of your paint may come off and you can see the fiber filaments, and you don't want to have that. You don't want to do that. So here I go again, and I'm just going to work with these clouds. Have patience. And you can put your clouds just about wherever you want. So just remember, when you're blending, blend. Take it up, take it around. You may think this brush is dry and I've used up a lot of paint. But look down in here. This is going to be the reflection. I still have paint on my brush. Now watch this. This is going to be some kind of a cloud reflection in this pond. See how that's just kind of blending in, and it's gonna work. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Let's bring a little bit up here. If you think you have a little too much, I always have a nice paint rag or something here. This is considered a very dry brush, but see, even then, look at how it's still putting paint on the canvas. So there's your silver lining. And as you can see here, I might want a little bit more white in here. So let's kind of just dab it in. And then instead of feathering it out, I'm going to dab some more in there. And then feather out the yellow and the peach around it. So the white cloud is more predominant in the background. Clouds are fun to make. You can't really make a mistake with clouds because every cloud's different. All right, I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more in here. Now you notice that I keep going back here, and the reason why is once I start blending, the white goes away. So it leaves a spot. So once I get this white in here, I'm going to have to quit blending it. So let's just kind of dapple it in. And yeah, that's good. So that's about as much white as we need in the sky. And let's bring it back down here. And then of course we'll cover it up, a lot of this up with the peach and the yellow too from the sunrise. Okay, that's it for the white.